congregation was a great desire for better education. Parents were not happy with the schools. He thought they need to have a better option for the schools, and that's the role the church can play. But it's not a parochial school, am I correct?
Correct.
So the idea is that the way it fit into his religious mission was that the well-being of our families includes having good schools to go to.
Absolutely.
So when he started out, you were in Wooster Square. The idea was students who were underserved by traditional public schools, and it was also a longer day, correct? So do you start earlier and go later the way they do at Lincoln Baptist? What's your day like?
We do. We start at 7:40 with scholars, and then the day at 3:40. So our scholars.
That's a long day.
Hours, correct.
Do they have to stay that whole time?
Yes.
And do they have an option of going even later? Because I've walked by there at 5:30 and see parents pick
scholars, and then the day at 3:40. So we have before school now.
That's a long day. Do they have to stay that whole time?
Yes. They close at 6:30.
And do they have an option of going even later? Because my goodness, those kids must be tired. They go home and do homework after that.
So part of the after-school program is
that's a long day. Do they have to stay that whole time?
Yes.
And do they have an option of going even later? Because my goodness, those kids must be tired. They go home and do homework after that.
So part of the after-school program is
that's a long day. Do they have to stay that whole time? And do they have an option of going even later? Because my goodness, those kids must be tired. They go home and do. Our reporter saw that. Talked to parents and said, "Hey, I'd like to see my kids. It was so fun learning so much." Do they have to stay that obviously for a lot of? And do they have an option of going even later? Oh my goodness, those kids must be tired. They go home and do. Our reporter saw that. Talked to parents and said, "Hey, I'd like to see my kids. It was so fun learning so much." Do they have to stay that obviously for a lot of? And do they have an option of going even later? Oh my goodness, those kids must be tired. Our reporter saw that. Talked to parents and said, "Hey, I'd like to see my kids. It was so fun learning so much." Do they have to stay that obviously for a lot of? And do they our reporter saw that. "Hey, I'd like to see my kids. Hey, I'd like to see my kids. It was so fun learning so much." Do they have our reporter saw that. "Hey, I'd like to see my kids. Hey, I'd like to see my kids. Hey, I'd like to see my kids. Do they have
right after that presser, the state confirmed that they were going to that grade level expansion wasn't a governor's budget, and so that we would be fine. So we have a grade 4, but at some point we have to figure out the funding formula so that it isn't this precarious from year to year.
And the state is dealing with the whole funding formula for all schools, and
Correct.
that's really up. So you talked about a contract with parents. I find that very interesting because they've said that parent involvement is so important to making education work. So Laura, how does that work? How do you keep track of the 2 hours that every parent is supposed to spend a month, and what do you do when the parent doesn't?
So honestly, it's really kind of a synergy that happens with the parents. So our parents who have been with us since day one are sort of, have built a community. And as we grow, more parents join and are sort of brought into that community. So it's not about an I gotcha kind of a thing, but really parents really want to be involved. We're really proud. We do conferences twice a year with parents, report card conferences. And we have about a 90% rate of parent participation, which is wonderful. And we really are thrilled with that. So we really try to partner with parents and meet everyone where they are and get everyone sort of excited about working with us to help their child be the best that they can be.
Terrence, can you give me an example of a way that a parent really came through for you this year and
Yes,
helped make figure
I've
better?
had several parents who've helped all year. I can just start off with I was new to Booker T this year, so the parents really rallied around making sure that I felt a part of the Booker T family, as our teachers do. That's just the kind of community we have at Booker T. I have parents in my classroom every Wednesday following books, leveling books, so that our scholars could have their independent reading books that are right on their level, like meeting their needs on their level. Several times we did fundraisers for our grades this year to support our field trips, and my parents really came through and doing most of the planning, where all I had to do was just really show up.
And what were the field trips?
Oh, we went to Essex Steam Chamber Riverboat. We went down to Stanford Museum and Nature Center. All of our field trips coincide with what we were learning in our social studies curriculum, which we call core knowledge at our school. It's called core knowledge. So all of our parents, the parents are there, doing most of the work to make sure that their scholars in our school community is out there. Like Booker T is going places, and our parents are a huge part of that.
Cool. And so let me tell you what's coming up for the year after. You guys all coming back next year?
Yes, we
So
are.
tell me in the last few minutes here, what are we going to expect from Booker T. Washington Academy this year?
We're going to expect that we're going to maintain the same level of high quality instruction and keep the same level of results that we achieved this year or last school year, and that we will always keep our expectations high for scholars. At the end of the day, we think that's the big driver at our school. We only hire people who believe every kid has a tremendous amount of capacity to learn, and that's the message that we hope comes out of our exemplary performance as in our first SBAC testing year, that we serve 99% Black and brown children, 82% are eligible for free and reduced lunch, and we outperform some of the more wealthier communities in the state of Connecticut.
Look at New Canaan. Look at Darien. Booker T. Washington is coming.
Every kid can learn.
And what do you want our listeners to know or do about the success you're finding at Booker T. Washington?
Well, first of all, know that we do have openings. Right now, we still, believe it or not, have some kindergarten openings. We need about 8 or 9 additional scholars to be fully enrolled for the school year. But just know that that we're coming, and that we are going to provide. We're going to live up to the promise of providing a high quality, well-rounded education for the families in the city of New Haven.
Well, I hope that you all have a great August and rest up, because those 12-hour days are coming back.
Yes.
And we hope to see you back in the studio. Thanks for joining us today on Dateline New Haven and WNHH. Thanks to our guests, John Taylor, Laura Main, Terrence Berry, and Deshaun Ford. And we got a special thanks to Yale New Haven Hospital for providing support. We're going to take it out with the Afro-Semitic Experience performing I Wish I Knew How It'd Feel to Be Free from the group CD, A Plea for Peace. Now, we know what it's like to be free. We just got to book our flight. Book your flight with us all day and all night long here at WNHH, your home for community radio.
Good night. Thanks, Cole.
Thank you, guys. Good job.
Sorry.
It wasn't your fault. Okay, so we're off, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on.